The toughest thing for a man with prophetic vision is to feel the rejection of the people. My wife and I have been married for 40 years, and she feels the rejection of the people a lot more than I do. But a few years back, I'm talking 2 years ago, we went to a church, and when we walked out of the church, I began to tell my wife what I had seen during that service. Things that I was just picking up in the spirit. And she got upset with me. She says, "You're always picking up things like that." I said, "Well, Susan, I can't help it." I said, "That's just part of what God has called me to do." I said, "I'm always interested in the spiritual things of what's going on. I'm not interested in the natural realm. God shows me some things and I discern and I can see it so clearly." She said, and she got really upset with me. So we leave this particular church and we start heading towards Lafayette. In the process, I mean, she was upset with me. So any normal man, when your wife is upset, you just kind of shut off. You stop talking, because if you keep talking, she gets more upset. Well, we got down the road 5 or 6 miles, and we got to a red light. And when I got to the red light, I looked to the right side, and my favorite fruit is a Japanese plum. Now, Japanese plum, you can Google it online. It's a nice little yellow fruit. And when I got to that particular red light, I looked to the right, and I looked at this tree that I knew was a Bradford pear tree, and that Bradford pear tree was loaded with Japanese plums. I mean, I just saw it. It was so clear. And I told my wife, I said, look at the Japanese plums on that tree. I said, "It's loaded with Japanese plums." So she looks at the tree and she says, "I don't see nothing." I said, look, are you looking at the same tree? I said, "It's full of Japanese plums." She says, "I don't see anything." And I took off my sunglasses and I looked at the tree and there was nothing. So I said, "Look at them through these eyes." And she put on those glasses, and when she looked at the tree, she says, "Oh, wow." And the Spirit of God just gave me a word right away. And Susan, I said, "You're never going to see what I see, because the prophetic mantle is on me, not on you." And from that day forward, she began to realize that I really was seeing some things that she couldn't see. Now, we came back 2 hours later to the same tree with the same sunglasses, and there was no more fruit on that same tree at all. Was it God, or was it just in our minds? But my wife got a chance on that particular day to see that I wasn't just seeing things because I was eating too many hamburgers, like one pastor told me one day. God bless.